Tell us about Maboneng Township Arts Experience.
Thank you, Marcel. Thank you to everybody out there. Basically, Maboneng Township Arts Experience began in Alexandra Township. Maboneng means a place of lights in Sesotho, which is a South African language. Everybody knows that. And basically, we see ourselves as an organization that's bringing the light, because Maboneng means a place of lights. And Alexandra Township, where I come from, used to be called Dark City before. And then in the future, when the lights came, because there was no lights in the 60s, sort of like.
Yes.
And then when the lights came, the community called it Alexandra Maboneng. So what we do is we're a destination development organization, and we work nationally in different townships with the aim of converting them into tourist destinations by converting the homes into galleries, cinemas, museums, etc.
Now, I've seen online some of the pictures of people with beautiful artworks in their homes that I suppose then you encourage people to come and visit, as well as taking in the experience of being in a township, but not in a novelty kind of way that we sometimes see with some of these other tour operators, as it were. But the cinema one is one that's really garnered some great attention. Tell us about that project specifically.
Well, basically, because we started opening up different homes with different types of content of the arts, because we look at the arts as a changing element for especially townships in South Africa. So we looked at now cinema and said, we'd love to look at cinema in different homes, short films of local artists who don't necessarily get their content in the big screens, and which homeowners and families from across South Africa and even visitors to South Africa don't get a chance to see because it's nowhere to be found. So
distribution is always a problem, isn't it?
Absolutely,
and funding.
Absolutely. So we've said, we've got families that love the arts and that love to partner with filmmakers and say, hey, listen, people are coming to our homes and they'd love to see your artwork and your films and things like this. So we see that it's a different distribution model. It's a different place to experiment with content. And we think that maybe in the future, we'll have a lot of townships across South Africa which have an alternative understanding of what a cinema is, of what a gallery is, of what a museum is. And we want that to be the things that bring back the pride and the dignity to the families and the artists in townships all across South Africa.
That feeling of dignity is so all important. This week we've been covering that devastating fire that happened in your home township in Alexandra. And too often those are the only pictures you see coming out of townships. What has been the reaction from people living in those areas to this project?
Well, listen, every time the townships are taken back, we are not getting enough galleries in our townships. We're not getting enough schools, enough playgrounds. All this infrastructure is such a big problem. And when young people for themselves, stand up and say, okay, I'm going to build this school that's not here. I'm going to build this playground that's not here. I'm going to put this gallery that's not there.
We're going to start art classes, ballet classes, music classes.
Right, This is important. And the families look at this and say, these are our children that's doing this thing. And then they also want to support in any way possible, even though a lot of curiosity is built up because, hey, I've never seen this type of art coming to my house, this type of film coming into my house. And these guys are coming from all over the world and they're coming to my house. This is really important because what we are then saying is that pride is something that must be showcased fully with the excellence. And yes, our hearts completely go out to all the different people that lost their homes and their goods inside their places in Alexandra Township. But that goes to say is that, if we don't turn our townships into places where people can have dignity, then we're not going to have a situation where it's just shacks all over the place. We need to find ways as families inside these townships to reorganize ourselves, from artists to people who love science and business and things like that, who are there to then say, how do we bring dignity with our own careers and then turn the township around? We've got this hashtag called Turning Townships into Towns through the arts. And I think you can do the same with all the other careers that are there as well.
That sounds like a movement one can get behind. Where can people find out more?
Well, people can go to www.maboneng.com, which is our website. We started in 2001. You'll get in there. There are beautiful tours which you can book right in front of the website. There are town and township tours that take you from Alexandra Township to Johannesburg. There are sister township tours that take you from Alex to Soweto. And also they are national. So we've got tours in Potchefstroom and in Langa, Cape Town as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in to tell us more. We wish you only the best. Sipiwe Ngwenya, the founding director of the Maboneng Township Arts Experience. Thanks so much for coming in.